Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 4 of the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. My name is Nina Adio, and I'd like to thank you for allowing this podcast into your earbuds, your Bluetooth, your car radio, wherever you are listening from. On the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast, I discuss tips and tricks for wedding pros to DIY their social media or gain the confidence to outsource it. Before I get into today's topic, which is doing your own social media audit, part 1 on Instagram, I wanted to let you know that I am doing a giveaway for a free 1-hour consultation call with me. All you have to do is review this podcast on Apple Podcasts and send a screenshot of your review to me by email at hello@idoweddingmarketing.com or on Instagram via message at idoweddingmarketing. This is a brand new podcast, and your reviews have a huge impact on its reach. Every 10 reviews, I will be drawing a winner for this opportunity. This is a huge 1-hour value for just a few minutes of your time, and it will help this podcast grow and reach others. Now, let's get to our topic. So, this year we've had a wedding season that is more like a wedding year, but one thing has not changed, and that's engagement season. As we get into the final months of the year, we can expect the amount of engagement, inquiries, and appointments to increase. And when I say the amount of engagement, I mean on our profile, in addition to the actual proposals happening. So both types of engagements. Which is equally exciting as it is daunting, because man, after the year you've had, I'm sure you're thinking like, oh my gosh, and now here we go getting on to next year. But this is why planning ahead is your best option, especially in a time where the wedding season is extending through weekdays and winter. Now is the best time to start taking into account preparation for engagement season. Remember, this is something you can do on your own, or hearing my tips can help you gain comfort in outsourcing this, because you know what to be looking for or what is going to be happening on your accounts. So, before engagement season, I love to do a complete social media audit. This includes website, social media profiles, online listings like The Knot, anywhere your business can be found. But I'd like to start with where I find my biggest lead source is for clients right now, and that's Instagram. An Instagram audit for me starts with your profile bio. The things I want to see in a bio, whether as an expert or as a customer, is where you are located, what you do, why you're an expert, and how to get in touch. All fitting in the character limits. Don't stress, it can be done. An example would be to say you are a Miami florist servicing weddings for over 15 years, DM for inquiries. Or you could be a wedding venue whose bio would say waterfront weddings in Montauk, 2021 Best of the Knot, visit website for bookings. There we have worked in the specialty, which is waterfront, the location, an accolade, and how to get in touch, all in short text count. Now, those are really short examples, but as you browse through some of your favorite accounts or more viral accounts, you'll see how you can use emojis and text to make this further engaging and fun. But why is this bio so important? Okay, your bio is searchable. Instagram search functions are changing and getting smarter, so you want as much relevant information as possible to be there. Also, pet peeve as a consumer, I hate clicking on a professional's profile and having no idea where they service. If you can fit it in your bio, put it in. If you travel, put that in. If I don't know who you cater to, if you cater to my area or not, I'm probably going to move on to someone who does. So get that information in there. The next thing you will want to look into is your bio link. What link do you have your Instagram bio lead to? So that means when people click the link in your bio, is it your website? Is it a landing page? A landing page is a website where all of the links to your relevant pages are all in one place. For example, if you go to I Do Wedding Marketing on Instagram and click the link, you'll see I have a landing page that provides a link to my website, my podcast, my product, and my contact form. This way, whenever I'm directing users to my bio link for whatever reason, the answer will be there. You can make a free landing page on a site like Linktree, but if you have a website, you can add a page to it or ask your website designer. Landing page links may include your website, your reviews, your gallery, a scheduling link, places your work have been featured, and so forth. So all these links kind of help support those brief bio points that I mentioned, because those links, if you want to show your credibility, then you'll put, here's when I was featured in Style Me Pretty. Or if you want to show where you're located, you can have a link that has your About Me page or weddings in a certain area, things like that. So those links are going to support your bio further. I know that my personal preference is doing a landing page made from your own website URL. This way you are directing traffic off of Instagram but directly to you. Remember, the goal of posting on Instagram is to get people to your website, to ideally fill out a contact form, sign up for your email list, make an appointment, and book. So the links you put should support that goal. When I wanted to make a landing page from my existing website, my website I have made on Wix, and I just made a new page that I did not have exist on the header. Where you have the headers that says about me, contact, etc. I just made a page that was idoweddingmarketing.com/links, and then I put all the links that I wanted, and I put that page in my bio. Also on your Instagram page are your Instagram highlights. Highlights appear in the circles above your feed, and they are a place where you can save your Instagram stories. So that's why I said the circles, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, hopefully when I say the circles, you'll know what I mean. But you want to check up on the past highlights you've been doing. If you don't have highlights, first off, you want to add them. Right? But if you do know what highlights are, you want to look at what you had posted in the past and do an audit on these. Are they relevant? Do they need to be updated? Do they need new cover pages? If this is daunting to you, outsource it. If it's not, browse what others are doing. Not take, but browse. Get inspired. And inspiration doesn't have to come from people in your field or in your area. I encourage that it doesn't at all. Look at business profiles you're interested in outside of weddings. Okay, so for me, outside of weddings, I get so much inspiration and just happiness looking at realtor pages, mindset coaches, or travel accounts. Those are things I'm interested in. So I always look at what they're doing and think, how can I apply this to social media and weddings? Here are some tips for things that you can put on your highlights. Consider filming an introduction Instagram story of who you are, how people can book with you, and about your business. You can then save that into an FAQ highlight. Post your favorite images from the past year and save it to our portfolio highlight. This way people can see curated images of the work you do. Also, you can share reviews on your stories and save them to a reviews highlight. This way people can see your hand-picked reviews. When doing an Instagram audit, you actually can consider and should consider auditing your followers. I know that may sound crazy, but this is recommended by many professionals for good reason. If a dead or inactive account is following you, it hurts your data. It gets translated as a follower who is not engaging and not being reached. I know you may think more means more with followers, but hear me out. If someone has 10,000 followers and 30 likes on a post, something is very wrong. It means a huge majority of their followers are not connecting with their content, and that hurts it. If someone has 100 followers and 30 likes on a post, that is fantastic. It helps their account. So removing accounts that are no longer active may lower your followers, but it helps your account in the long run. If you had purchased followers in the past and you may see you have stats like that where you have 10,000 followers, but only 30 likes on a post, then this is really important to consider doing and reviewing. You can do this simply by going to your followers on your page and hitting remove. When auditing Instagram accounts, I also will, of course, review the feed. This means not just reviewing how it looks visually, but what performed well and what didn't perform well. For one count, this actually showed to me that it was photos of the venue that outperformed photos of couples. This told me that there was an interest for learning more about the space, and I knew to schedule content accordingly over the next few months. I will also look back when I'm doing an audit of the feed for photos that I can archive. Archiving a post essentially means that I'm taking it off the feed or my profile grid, but not deleting it entirely. Though for some posts, you certainly could. I'm not doing this for posts that I feel didn't get enough likes or attention. Okay, that's important. I'm doing it for posts that are things like closed for snow or phones are down, things that require being posted at the time, but no longer contribute to my feed, my narrative, or profile. If you think an Instagram audit is something that you could benefit from but don't have the time, know-how, or energy to do it, that's okay. Visit idoweddingmarketing.com to contact me on my website where we can schedule an appointment to outsource this for you. Next week, I will be continuing this discussion on auditing your digital presence and social media profiles, so be sure to subscribe to hear it. We will be getting into reviewing your online listings like The Knot, your Facebook profile, and more. Do you have something else you'd love to hear my take on for this podcast? Send me a message at I Do Wedding Marketing on Instagram or send me an email at hello@idoweddingmarketing.com. I'd love to hear about it, and I welcome your comments, suggestions, and your recommendations for future guests as we build this podcast. Yes, I'm starting to get a guest lineup on here, and I am pretty excited. And don't forget, at 10 reviews, I will be giving away a free 1-hour strategy call with me. Leave an Apple Podcast review and send a screenshot to me at hello@idoweddingmarketing.com or on Instagram. New episodes of the I Do Wedding Marketing podcast drop every Wednesday. I'm also live on Instagram every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern at I Do Wedding Marketing. Why is everything a Wednesday, guys? Because it's Wedding Wednesday. You can learn more about my services and inquire about working together on my website. And thanks for being here, guys. Until next week.